They thought they could break you. They thought they could take everything from you, your dreams, your strength, your very sense of self, and leave you as nothing but a hollow shell. They laughed as you stumbled, whispered behind your back, as the weight of the world pressed down on your shoulders. You remember the moment it all started to crack, don't you? That sharp, piercing realization that maybe, just maybe, they were right. That maybe you weren't strong enough. Maybe you never were. It wasn't just one moment. It was 1,000 tiny cuts, each one deeper than the last. The words that sliced through your spirit like a blade. You're not good enough. You'll never make it. You're wasting your time. The betrayals that came from the ones you trusted, the ones who promised they would stand by you, but vanished the second you needed them most. The failures that echoed in your mind, louder than any success you had ever tasted. You tried to fight back, didn't you? You tried to prove them wrong, but every time you pushed forward, life knocked you back even harder. And then came the silence, the emptiness, the moment when you sat alone, staring into nothing, asking yourself the one question that haunted you more than anything else. What's the point? You thought about giving up. Maybe not all at once, but in pieces. A dream abandoned here, a passion buried there. You convinced yourself it was easier to stop trying than to keep getting hurt. You told yourself that maybe they were right all along, and that voice, the one that lived in the darkest corners of your mind, whispered the most dangerous lie of all. You were never strong to begin with. The world saw your silence, but they didn't see the storm raging inside of you. They didn't see the nights you spent staring at the ceiling, wondering if you'd ever feel whole again. They didn't see the weight of your own expectations crushing you, suffocating you, making every step forward feel impossible. They didn't see you breaking, but you felt it, didn't you? You felt yourself slipping, felt your spirit bending under the weight of every doubt, every failure, every cruel word ever spoken against you. But here's the thing about breaking. It doesn't mean you're weak. No, breaking is what happens before you become something more. Because in that moment, when they thought they had shattered you beyond repair, when they were sure you had nothing left, you weren't being destroyed. You were being forged. The pain, the struggle, the betrayals, they weren't your ending. They were the fire that was reshaping you into something unbreakable. But they didn't see it. Not yet. They thought they had won. They thought you had given up. They turned their backs, walked away, and left you there in the ashes of everything you once believed in. And for a while, you believed it too. But deep inside, something refused to die. Something inside you refused to let go. A whisper, barely audible at first. A flicker of defiance in the darkness. A quiet, undeniable truth rising from the depths of your pain. You were never weak. You were never broken. You were only waiting for the fire inside you to rise again. Waiting for the moment when the world would realize that the person they tried to destroy is the one they should have feared all along. They moved through the world like ghosts, unseen, unheard, carrying battles within them that no one ever noticed. While the world kept spinning, while people laughed, worked, and carried on, they were trapped in a silent war. A war that no one acknowledged. A war that no one could see. It's a strange kind of loneliness, isn't it? The kind where you're surrounded by people yet feel completely alone. Where you walk into a room, smile when expected, nod at the right moments, and pretend like everything is fine. You laugh at their jokes, respond to their small talk, play your role perfectly. But inside you are screaming. Inside you are drowning in a silence so loud it threatens to consume you. And no one sees it. No one notices the weight in your eyes, the exhaustion in your voice. No one notices the way your hands tremble when you're alone, or the way your mind runs in endless circles at night. Because you've gotten so good at pretending. You've mastered the art of wearing the mask. You've convinced the world that you're okay, even when you're falling apart. There were nights when you laid in bed, staring at the ceiling, wondering how much longer you could keep going, how much longer you could carry this weight without breaking. You thought about quitting, maybe not just quitting a goal or a dream, but quitting everything. The exhaustion wasn't just physical. It was in your bone, in your soul. It was the kind of tiredness that sleep couldn't fix, the kind of pain that no one could understand unless they had felt it too. You told yourself to push through. You reminded yourself of everything you were supposed to be: strong, resilient, unshakable. But what about the days when you weren't? What about the moments when you felt so broken that getting out of bed felt like a battle? Society doesn't leave room for those moments, does it? The world tells you to be strong, to keep moving, to never show weakness. It tells you to keep your pain hidden, to swallow your struggles and keep going as if nothing is wrong. So you did. You played your part. You became the person they expected you to be. But every step, every forced smile, every unspoken cry for help only added to the weight pressing down on your chest. And there were times, dark, desperate times, when you thought about giving in. Not because you were weak, but because you were tired. So unbelievably, unbearably tired. But here's the truth they never told you. Strength isn't about pretending everything is fine. Strength isn't about carrying the world on your shoulders and never breaking. Strength is about surviving the moments when you want to give up. It's about standing back up, even when you don't think you can. It's about enduring the silence, the loneliness, the crushing weight of expectation, and still choosing to keep going. They didn't see your pain, but that doesn't mean it wasn't real. That doesn't mean it didn't matter. What they failed to understand is that every silent battle, every moment of despair, every tear you cried in the dark was shaping you into something greater, something unbreakable. They thought your silence meant you had given up, but what they didn't realize is that the storm inside you was only growing stronger. There was a moment, a single, quiet moment, when something shifted. After all the nights spent drowning in silence, after all the days spent carrying the unbearable weight of unseen wounds, there was a whisper, faint at first, almost imperceptible, a voice inside that had been buried beneath doubt, fear, and exhaustion, a voice that had once been strong, but had been silenced by the weight of the world. Get up. It wasn't a roar. It wasn't an earth-shattering revelation. It was a whisper, a flicker of something deep within. And for the first time in what felt like forever, they listened. They had spent so long believing they were broken that they had nothing left to give. They had accepted the pain as a curse, as proof of their weakness. But in that moment, that one small, defiant moment, they questioned it. What if the pain wasn't their downfall? What if the pain wasn't trying to break them? What if it was fuel? Pain had been their constant companion, their shadow, their burden. But what if it was also their teacher? What if every scar, every betrayal, every moment of despair had been forging something within them that they couldn't yet see? What if the very thing that had nearly destroyed them was the same thing that would make them unstoppable? The realization didn't come with fireworks. It came with a mirror. They stood before it, staring at their own reflection. The world had told them they were weak, that they were not enough, that they would never make it. And maybe, for a long time, they believed it. But as they looked into their own eyes, something changed. They saw it. Not the pain, not the failure, not the shame. They saw the fire. It had been there all along, hidden beneath the hurt, buried under the weight of expectation. And now, it was rising. They weren't broken. They weren't weak. They weren't finished. They were becoming. With trembling hands, with aching bones, with a soul that had been battered but refused to be destroyed, they took the first step forward. It wasn't easy. It wasn't pretty. They were still bruised, still bleeding, still carrying the weight of everything they had endured. But they moved, and that was enough. Because the first step is the hardest. The first step is where the battle turns. They had been on their knees. They had been in the depths of despair. They had faced the darkness and felt it try to consume them. But they were still here. And now, they were rising. The world didn't make it easy. The moment they chose to rise, the universe seemed to conspire against them, as if life itself wanted to know. Do you really mean it? Rejection slammed against them like an unforgiving tide, trying to pull them back under. Failure mocked them, whispering that they were foolish to even try. Setback after setback tested their resolve, daring them to surrender. The weight of the past clung to them. Old wounds threatened to reopen, and the echoes of doubt grew louder. But something had changed. They had seen the fire within them. And once you see it, once you know it's there, you can never unsee it. Fear still followed them, lurking in the shadows, waiting for a moment of weakness. Fear wasn't a ghost. It was a monster, one that thrived on hesitation, one that grew when fed, but shrank when faced. It whispered all the old lies. You'll fail again. You'll never be good enough. You don't have what it takes. But this time, they didn't run. This time, they stood tall. They looked fear in the eye, and for the first time, they saw it for what it was. Not a prophecy, not a truth, but a desperate illusion. Fear had no power except the power they gave it. And so, they stopped feeding it. They stopped apologizing for their existence. They stopped dimming their light to make others comfortable. They stopped shrinking themselves to fit into a world that had never made space for them. There was a moment of pure, unshakable defiance, where they chose themselves over their doubts, over their past, over the expectations of those who never believed in them. And in that moment, the ground shifted. The first small victory came, then another, and another. Not monumental, not earth-shattering, just small win. The kind that others might overlook, but they felt deep in their bones. The first time they said no, when they used to say yes. The first time they silenced the voice of self-doubt. The first time they showed up for themselves, even when no one else did. And that's when they realized momentum was not built in leaps. It was built in steps. Each battle faced, each fear conquered, each small defiance against the past was another brick in the foundation of their unstoppable spirit. They weren't just standing, they were moving forward. Everything changed when they realized that the battle wasn't just physical, it was mental. The body could endure, the heart could heal, but the mind was the battlefield where wars were truly won or lost. At first, they had been put a prisoner inside their own head, a captive to every doubt, every painful memory, every whisper of the past telling them they were not enough. They let the world define them. They let failure name them. They let pain shape their identity. But the moment they chose to rise, something shifted. They stopped thinking like a victim and started thinking like a warrior. Champions don't waste energy asking, "Why me?" They don't seek pity. They don't wait for permission to be strong. Instead, they ask, "What can I do with this pain? How do I turn this into power?" Mental toughness isn't a gift. It's a discipline. It's a daily war against the old self, the weak self, the self that craved comfort instead of growth. And every day, they had to train to silence the doubts, train to master their emotions instead of being ruled by them, train to turn every setback into strategy. Because a pain is only destructive when left unchecked. But when harnessed, when controlled, pain becomes a weapon. They started using it, not to break down, but to break through. Every scar became a lesson. Every heartbreak became a new level of wisdom. Every failure became another stepping stone toward something greater. The weak see pain as an enemy. The unbreakable see it as fuel. And as they stood in the fire, something even more powerful happened. They stopped seeing themselves as someone who needed fixing. They were never broken. They were never weak. The world tried to convince them otherwise, But now they knew the truth. They were a warrior all along, and once you know who you are, nothing can take that away from you. There comes a moment when the world can no longer turn away. They tried to silence you. They ignored your pain. They whispered behind your back, convinced you were finished. But now, they see you rise. At first, they laugh. It's just a phase. They'll fall again. They'll never make it. But then, they saw the fire in your eyes. And for the first time, they felt fear. Because you weren't just standing. You were thriving. You weren't just surviving. You were conquering. Every scar they left on you became armor. Every time they tried to bury you, they were Gadsden planting a warrior. And now, they can't ignore you anymore. The same people who doubted you now watch in awe. The same ones who mocked your struggle there now try to understand your strength. They never thought you'd make it. They never believed you had it in you. They thought they could break your spirit. But instead, they forged it in fire. And now, that fire is untamed. No more apologizing for your power. No more shrinking yourself to make others comfortable. You unleash it, because true strength doesn't come from avoiding failure. It comes when you stop fearing it. You burn away hesitation. You burn away the doubts. You burn away every last chain that once held you back. And from the ashes, asterisk, asterisk, you are reborn, asterisk, asterisk. Not as the person they left behind, not as the person they underestimated, but as something asterisk, asterisk, they never saw coming, asterisk, asterisk, something asterisk, asterisk, unbreakable, asterisk, asterisk. They thought they had asterisk, asterisk, buried you, asterisk, asterisk. They thought they had asterisk, asterisk, killed your fire, asterisk, asterisk, crushed your dreams, and left you broken beyond repair. But what they didn't realize was that asterisk, asterisk, you were never meant to stay down, asterisk, asterisk. You weren't destroyed, asterisk, asterisk. You were reborn, asterisk, asterisk. Every betrayal, it forged your resilience. Every moment of doubt, it sharpened your mind. Every time they pushed you down, it only made your rise more asterisk, asterisk, unstoppable, asterisk, asterisk. And now, you have outgrown the past, asterisk, asterisk. The need for revenge, gone. The desire to prove them wrong, fading. Because you have something asterisk, asterisk, greater asterisk, asterisk than vengeance now. You have asterisk, asterisk, purpose, asterisk, asterisk. You see, success isn't about making them regret their words. It's about making asterisk, asterisk yourself unshakable, asterisk, asterisk. It's about walking into a room and asterisk, asterisk, owning your power, asterisk, asterisk, without needing validation from the same people who tried to break you. And that's when the shift happens. The ones who laughed, they're silent now. The ones who mocked you, they don't have the courage to look you in the eyes. The ones who swore you'd never make it, now they asterisk, asterisk, whisper your name, asterisk, asterisk, in disbelief. Because you didn't just survive, asterisk, asterisk. You became an unstoppable force, asterisk, asterisk. You don't chase their approval anymore. You don't care if they finally understand you. You don't need their recognition, because you've built something, asterisk, asterisk, greater than their doubt, asterisk, asterisk. They thought you needed them. They thought you were weak without their validation. But now they see the truth. You are asterisk, asterisk, always greater than they realized. Asterisk, asterisk, and now they regret ever doubting you, asterisk, asterisk. Victory is not a single moment. It's not just one battle won, one mountain climbed, one enemy silenced. Asterisk, asterisk. Victory is a way of life, asterisk, asterisk. It's in how you wake up every morning, refusing to surrender to doubt. It's in how you carry yourself, knowing that nothing and no one has the power to define you but asterisk, asterisk. You asterisk, asterisk. It's in how you keep moving forward, even when life throws every storm, every betrayal, and every test your way. Because the world will test you again. It will whisper lies, try to make you question your strength, Try to see if the fire inside you still burns. But this time, you asterisk asterisk know who you are dot asterisk asterisk. You are no longer just someone who asterisk asterisk survived dot asterisk asterisk. You are no longer just someone who asterisk asterisk escaped the darkness dot asterisk asterisk. You are asterisk asterisk unbreakable dot asterisk asterisk. And now, it's your turn to pass that fire on. There are others, just like you once were, trapped in the same pain, drowning in the same doubts, listening to the same voices that once told you to quit. They don't need empty words. They don't need false hope. They need asterisk proof dot asterisk asterisk. They need to see someone who was broken, yet still rose. They need to see someone who was underestimated, yet still won. They need to see asterisk you dot asterisk asterisk. Because now, your strength is not just for you, it's for them. And so, as you stand here, stronger than ever, you take the final oath. The asterisk unbreakable oath dot asterisk. A silent promise, not to the world, not to those who doubted you, but to asterisk yourself dot asterisk, that no matter how many times life tests you, no matter how many storms come your way, no matter how much pain tries to crush you again, asterisk, you will not break dot asterisk. This is not the end. This is the beginning of a life lived, asterisk, without limits dot asterisk.